Welcome back to the channel. You guys, today is just one of those days where I am sitting here staring at my screen, completely unable to process what my eyes just witnessed. Grab a massive cup of coffee, or maybe something a little stronger if you need it, because we have a lot to unpack today. And honestly, I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. I am still shaking from the final 5 minutes of this episode. I have been covering the bold and the beautiful for a long, long time. I have seen people come back from the dead. I have seen mannequins come to life. I have seen people pushed out of helicopters. But what just happened today? It changes everything. Literally everything. We are never going back to normal after this. The writers just took the steering wheel, ripped it off the dashboard, and threw it out the window. So let's just set the scene and try to make sense of this absolute chaos. We all knew the tension was building. We knew it. For weeks, the pressure cooker has been whistling. Katie and Bill orchestrating this massive, surprise ASAP fashion show for Logan to completely blindside Eric Forrester's highly anticipated haute couture return. It was already a dirty move. It was classic dollar bill Spencer corporate sabotage, but then the ultimate betrayal. The dagger to the heart of the Forrester family. Hope Logan Spencer. Hope, the golden child, the moral compass, stepping out onto that runway and revealing herself as the mystery designer for Logan. I mean, the look on Ridge's face when he saw Hope on that stage. You could actually see his soul leave his body. He was already furious about the disrespect to his father, Eric. He was already fuming that Bill was trying to steal Forrester's thunder. But Hope, who he helped raise, Hope, who his wife Brooke defends with her dying breath, that was the breaking point. But guys, I thought the breaking point just meant a lot of yelling in the CEO office. I thought it meant Ridge pointing his finger and doing his classic whisper yell. I did not expect it to turn into an actual, bloody crime scene. And that brings us to the backstage area. The show is wrapping up. Out front, the fashion world is buzzing. The media is going crazy over Logan's new line and the massive blue diamond Wyatt handed over to Bill. It's a total triumph for Katie and Bill. But backstage, it's a completely different story. Ridge is pacing around, probably looking for Brooke, probably looking for someone to scream at. And he walks past the curtains, past the racks of clothes, and he sees them, Hope and Bill. They are celebrating, and not just a polite little golf clap. They are celebrating passionately. They are hugging, they are laughing, they are basking in the glow of this massive victory. Bill has that trademark, smug, arrogant grin on his face. The grin that says, I just beat Ridge Forrester and I took his stepdaughter to do it. And Hope is just glowing. She's so happy to finally have her own vision realized, free from Steffy's constant roadblocks and threats to cancel Hope for the future. But Ridge doesn't see a young woman finding her creative voice. He sees a traitor. He sees the ultimate betrayal. And he sees his lifelong mortal enemy, Bill Spencer, gloating over the destruction of the Forrester legacy. So Ridge just snaps. I don't know how else to describe it. It wasn't a calculated move. It was a complete psychological break. You could see the years of hatred, the years of fighting over Brooke, the years of fighting over Steffy, the corporate wars, all of it just boiling over into this red mist. Ridge looks down, and for some reason, he has this heavy, sharp, metal fountain pen in his hand. Maybe he was taking notes earlier. Maybe it's just a designer thing. Who knows? I mean, who actually carries a lethal fountain pen to a fashion show? Apparently, Ridge does. And he just lunges. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't yell Spencer like he usually does. He just charges like a wild animal. Hope sees him at the last second. Her eyes go wide. And before anyone can even react, before Bill can even put his hands up to defend himself, Ridge drives that sharp fountain pen straight into Bill's chest. I actually screamed at my television. I am not kidding. I jumped off my couch. He stabbed him. Ridge Forrester literally shanked Bill Spencer with office supplies. The sound of Hope's scream, guys, it was chilling. It wasn't a soapy, dramatic gasp. It was a raw, visceral scream of pure terror that echoed through the entire backstage auditorium. It cut right through the muffled sound of the applause out front. Bill just gasps. You see the shock register on his face. The smug grin vanishes instantly, replaced by this look of absolute disbelief. He looks down at his chest, and the blood is just instantly soaking through his expensive, custom-tailored shirt. It's everywhere. It's messy. It's chaotic. It's horrifying. Bill stumbles backward, his knees buckle, and he just collapses onto the floor, crashing into a rack of Logan designs. And Hope, poor Hope, she drops to her knees next to Bill, her hands hovering over him, completely covered in blood. She is sobbing, hysterically screaming for help. In that one split second, you can see the realization wash over her. She thought this was just a fashion war. She thought she was just making a business move to protect her career. But looking at Bill bleeding out on the floor and looking up at Ridge, who is just standing there, frozen, staring at his bloody hands, she realizes that the hatred between these two men has crossed a line that can never, ever be uncrossed. It shattered her heart. You could literally see her innocence just dying on that floor. She thought she could play with the big dogs. She thought she could navigate the Spencer-Forrester rivalry, but this is a blood feud, and she is caught right in the middle of it. And what about Ridge? He didn't even try to run. He didn't try to hide the pen. He just stood there, looking completely numb. Like he was waking up from a nightmare and realizing he was the monster. The security guard's probably Charlie Weber finally doing his job for once rush in. People are screaming. Models are running away in terror. Someone calls 911. Within minutes, the LAPD is there, and we get this incredibly surreal cinematic shot of Ridge Forrester, the great dressmaker, the king of Los Angeles high fashion, being slammed against a wall, handcuffed, and read his Miranda rights. They march him out of the building right past the press. The flashbulbs are going off. The same cameras that were just taking pictures of Hope's beautiful dresses are now taking pictures of Ridge doing a perp walk with Bill Spencer's blood on his tuxedo. I can't. I need to take a breath. What were the writers thinking? I mean, I love the drama. Don't get me wrong. I live for this stuff. But how do they ever come back from this? Let's just talk about the fallout for a second, because my brain is spinning with the implications. First of all, the Logan-Forrester relationship is dead. It is completely, totally, unequivocally destroyed. There is no coming back from attempted murder. How is Brooke going to react? Brooke, who has spent her entire life bouncing between these two men. Brooke, who just hours ago was ripping into Katie for launching the show, defending Ridge and Eric's legacy. Brooke, who was already shattered by Hope's betrayal. Now she has to find out that her husband, the love of her life, just tried to murder the father of her nephew right in front of her daughter. Brooke is going to have a complete nervous breakdown. There is no way her marriage to Ridge survives this. None. You can't stay married to a guy who tries to kill your sister's baby daddy in front of your kid. You just can't. Even by soap opera standards, that is a bridge too far. And Steffy. Oh my God, Steffy Forrester Finnegan is going to absolutely lose her mind. She already hated Hope. She was already furious at Hope for jumping ship and betraying Forrester Creations. When Steffy finds out that her father is sitting in a jail cell because he snapped over Hope and Bill, Steffy is going to blame Hope for the entire thing. She is going to say that Hope drove Ridge to madness. Steffy will probably try to destroy whatever is left of Logan just out of pure spite. And honestly, I kind of wouldn't blame her. Her dad is in prison now. But wait, maybe I'm being too harsh on Hope. Is it Hope's fault that Ridge has the emotional regulation of a toddler? No, Ridge is a grown man. He made the choice to pick up that pen and stab another human being. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Ridge has always been arrogant. He has always been impulsive, but this is a whole new level of dark. And what about Bill? Is Dollar Bill Spencer going to survive? I mean, let's be real, it's Bill. The man has been shot, he has been thrown off balconies, he has survived explosions. A fountain pen to the chest probably isn't going to take him out permanently. But he is going to milk this for everything it is worth. If he survives, he is going to use this to completely destroy Forrester Creations. He will sue them into oblivion. He will make sure Ridge rots in a maximum security prison. Bill is going to own Ridge's life. And think about poor Katie. She finally gets her big win. She finally steps out of Brooke's shadow. She launches this incredible collection. She beats Forrester at their own game, and her moment of triumph is literally stained with blood. Her son, Will, is already dealing with the guilt of keeping Hope's secret from Elektra. Now Will has to deal with the fact that his father is in the ICU and his girlfriend's grandfather is the one who put him there. Will and Elektra are done. There is no way those two kids can make it work with this kind of family trauma hanging over them. And Liam. Liam is going to flip out. He was just telling Bill and Katie how great this move was for Hope. He wanted Hope to leave Forrester. Now his dad is bleeding out and his wife is traumatized. I just keep replaying the scene in my head. The visual of the pen, it's so poetic, isn't it? The writers really did something there. Ridge is a designer. His entire life is about creating beauty. He uses a pen to sketch gowns, to create art, to make women feel beautiful. And in that moment of pure, unadulterated hatred, he took the tool of his art and turned it into a weapon of destruction. He literally destroyed his own legacy with the very pen he used to build it. It's actually brilliant writing, even if it is completely insane. But seriously, where does the show go from here? We have Eric's Haute Couture show coming up. How can Forrester even hold a fashion show when their co-CEO and lead designer is sitting in county jail for attempted murder? The press is going to have a field day. Fashion feud turns fatal or something like that. The Forrester brand is going to be associated with blood and violence. Eric is going to be devastated. He just wanted to make a glorious return to the runway, and now his family is in ruins. And we haven't even talked about Sheila Carter. Sheila is lurking in the background, blackmailing Taylor for access to Hayes. Taylor is already stressed out of her mind trying to figure out how to tell Steffy about Sheila's demands. Now, how can Taylor bring this up when Steffy is dealing with her father being arrested for stabbing Bill? Steffy is going to be so volatile, so angry, that if Taylor mentions Sheila, Steffy might actually explode. The timing is just catastrophic. I am honestly exhausted just thinking about it. My brain is fried. I feel like I need to go lie down in a dark room for a few hours. The Bold and the Beautiful really said, "You think you know drama? Hold my drink." I have so many questions. Who is going to be Ridge's lawyer? Justin Barber, Carter Walton. Carter is going to have a massive headache trying to handle the legal and PR nightmare for Forrester. And what about Deke Sharp? He finally gets his big break designing for Logan, and his debut is overshadowed by a literal stabbing. You guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Am I overreacting? Is this the craziest thing Ridge has ever done? Do you think Bill is going to make it? And how on earth is Hope going to recover from seeing that? She is going to need years of therapy. I'm going to wrap this up before I start rambling even more, but I will definitely be back tomorrow with another update because there is no way this story slows down now. We have interrogations, we have hospital scenes, we have Brooke crying. We know there will be a lot of Brooke crying. Stay safe out there. Guys, maybe don't carry sharp pens in your pockets. I'll see you in the next one.